Well, Helena Capital has certainly fielded some of the greatest football players in Montana's history, but the number 3 linebacker on our MT Top 40 is definitely deserving of an all-time great in the Bruins program. In fact, a 3-sport standout in high school who became a 3-time All-American with the Montana Grizzlies, the number 3 linebacker is Jason Crebo. A star for Helena Capital in football and track, as well as the Helena Senators American Legion baseball program, Crebo would finish his prep career with numerous honors and accolades. One of the top hitters for the Senators as a first baseman, he also found success in the javelin during the spring, but it was football that secured his legendary status. As a senior in 1992, he tallied 21 catches for 357 yards. That was good for a 16.8 yard per catch average. He also amassed a large number of tackles and recovered 4 fumbles on his way to leading the Bruins straight to the Class AA state championship game, where they would fall, though, to Ryan Leaf and Great Falls CMR. Crebo was named All-State at linebacker and tight end, while also earning the Class AA Defensive MVP honors and Montana's Gatorade Player of the Year award.
He was the last kid that committed in that group. They faxed their letter of intent at 8 o'clock in the morning, and you got them all by 9, and if you don't, you're on the phone wondering where they are. But anyway, he held off, and I was the last guy in the office. Everybody else was down at the bar having a few cocktails, and I'm waiting for a fax. It was a good get, though.
It was in Missoula with the Grizz Crebo's career really launched, where he remains in the record books to this day. As a freshman in 1994, he appeared in 7 games with 17 total tackles and 2 tackles for loss. He also recovered a fumble.
His bloodline, his mom was an Estes. Remember Wayne Estes? His mom was built like Wayne. I mean, she was probably built better than her kid was. God, she was a stud. He was just such a good kid. He was never going to go, get in trouble, and he was going to represent our campus community well, and our football program and his family and everything. So I think that was the big thing.
After moving into the starting lineup as a sophomore and finishing runner-up on the team with 102 tackles, 44 of those were solo. He also had 20.5 tackles for loss and 6 sacks with 4 pass breakups and a forced fumble. Crebo and the Grizz won the program's first national championship, defeating Marshall 22-20. That came on an Andy Larson game-winning field goal. Crebo recovered a fumble that led to a touchdown, helping UM to that win. In 1996, he led the Grizz with 131 total tackles and also boasted 12 tackles for loss and 4 sacks. He recovered 3 fumbles and forced 1 more as UM made it back to the title game in a rematch against Marshall, where Randy Moss's 4 touchdowns would help down the Grizz 49-29. Crebo finished his senior season with 103 tackles, 10 of those for loss, and a forced fumble. All in all, he finished his Grizz career with 353 career tackles. 70 of those came in the postseason. He also had 44.5 tackles for loss and 10 sacks. He was 3 times named All-Big Sky Conference, as well as 3-time All-American. He was MVP on the team the last 2 seasons, and in 1997 was named the Golden Helmet Award winner.
David Dickinson is a great head coach because he understands the game. David Dickinson would have been as good a defensive coordinator as he was an offensive coordinator because he was so smart. Crebo wasn't that type of player, but he made the same kind of plays consistently as Dickinson did because he just had an innate ability to look through the blockers, not necessarily take them on and get rid of them, but get through a blocker sometimes, a lot of times, without even doing anything with them and making plays. I mean, it's just scary. It's really weird. I've never seen anybody like him. He was just an incredibly instinctive. We could have played him on offense. Kind of reminds me a lot of this Anderson kid at Montana State right now in terms of what he's able to bring to the table as far as a football player to his team. He was a great kid. I think above and beyond, just just his ability to play football. He was a pleasure to coach. He was just a wonderful, wonderful kid.
Crebo signed as an undrafted free agent with the Bills, but was waived before the season began and retired. He now serves as a pastor. 3 linebackers up and only a pair to go. Of course, what we've seen so far, Jason Crebo, Helena Capital, and the Montana Grizzlies, a 3-time All-American and national champion with the maroon and silver. Richie Melby, MTN Sports.